Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Good morning, kings and queens. Good rising. This morning we're going to talk about, we ain't going to talk, I'm going to talk about African spirituality. I'm going to tell you something. It's real. It's real, people. And I want you to listen to something. As I hope I'm sounding clear enough, as I went on this journey, I have found that what I read is correlating with what has happened to me, so I can attest this to be true. And so I'm putting down in the description the link where you can go and read what I have read as you on your spiritual journey. Now listen, you may read some stuff about Christianity. Christianity is a very widely practiced religion, but Christianity is a man-made religion. All religion is man-made. Africans are spiritual. You got to remember this now. And then you also got to think about when you're reading up on certain type of things about Christianity, think about who wrote that. It probably was some Caucasian Christian person who wrote that Christianity been in Africa ever since whatever. You have to go on your own. That's why I'm telling you, this spiritual walk is going to reveal a lot of different things to you. Everybody has to be on their own spiritual walk. Okay, let me show you something. Most ancestral spirits are generally good and kind. The only negative actions taken by ancestral spirits is to cause minor illnesses to warn people that they have gotten on the wrong path. Okay, listen to this. I'm going to tell you what happened to me. When I was in the house over there, and I told you about the incident where my husband got riled up because he had to put all the groceries away by himself. And he just wanted a reason to fight with me. And I went out there and he said something, and I raised up like I was getting ready to say something. And all of a sudden, my stomach started hurting so bad, I fell over on the floor. I started sweating. I thought I was having a heart attack. I grabbed my phone and went outside, and I was getting ready to call 911. Then I came back in to tell him. He's still angry and hollering. I was double over in pain. It felt like somebody was really slicing me, cutting me in my stomach. So I go back outside. I'm sweating, my heart pounding. I died. I'm getting ready to dial 911, and all of a sudden, I heard the voice just as clear as day, just as clear as you heard mine, and it was a woman's voice, and she said, "Stop, listen to me." She said, she said, "Listen to me." And as she's saying that, the pain stopped. So yeah, I'm listening, and so she said, "I want you to go back in there and sit down and don't say nothing." She said, "Trust me." And the pain had stopped. So I went back in there and sat down on the couch, and he said something else. I just looked at him. He said something else. I just looked at him. And then next thing you know, he flipped over, went to sleep. An hour later, he woke up and he was fine, in a better mood. And so after that, because she had already told me not to be scared of the ghosts, but I still kind of was in there. I still was scared because they were still doing stuff, Evil is up doing. That's what I'm saying. But see, I never knew, you just didn't think about it. I didn't think about the good spirits, because good spirits don't do anything. They weren't, what the good spirits gonna do? They ain't finna throw no stuff around and slide no broom, mop down the wall and run water. The good spirit's not gonna do different things. So what I'm telling you, in African spirituality, when you have a pure heart, because at that time I had decided that I'm getting ready to try to do some changes in me, because I remember somebody saying, if you want things to change around you, you got to look at you. So I started changing some things about me. I stopped arguing with him. When he said something, I didn't even say anything. I just ignored him to the best I could. I really did. And the one day he listened to the podcast, and that was it. He flew off the handle. He didn't want to hear nothing about the ghost, because see, he was scared in there. And so but I have to tell the story about the spirits because it all relates back to African spirituality, so you have to talk about that. That's real. If there's evil spirits, it's got to be good spirits. It makes sense. If it's kids, got to be somebody around who made the kids. Okay, something like that. Anyway, you know what I mean. So people, it's real, and I want you to go back and refer to that. I want you to go back and refer to that article, because it along with a forgiving heart, like I said, I was gonna start doing some different things around there, and just start changing me and fixing me and stuff. Because that's when I began to just start fixing me. And then after I fix me, here come the grow program. They telling me greatness reached grow, first grow. What grow means? I kept grow. I guess kept thinking grow. Okay, grow. What grow mean? And they told me. I didn't come up with that. I'm telling you. And so look, and the ancestors, they're spiritual guides. They're with us. It's real, and you got to fix your heart, though. You got to have a forgiving heart. You got to just be ready to let go and let God. Just like they said, let go and let God. And allow these spiritual guides to guide you. Because I'm going to tell you something. They're going to save you from you. Because I was wondering what's wrong with me. What in the world is the matter with me? And now I figured it out this morning, before... as I'm here meditating, I figured out what's wrong with me, and I looked it up. It's called the Stockholm Syndrome. And I ain't going to go into it here. You can look it up if you want to. But that's what's the matter with me. And the ancestors are protecting me from me. They are. They're protecting me from me because it's a lot of hitting and missing going on. If you know what I mean. A lot of hitting and missing going on. But the guide, my ancestors are there. And I just, I asked them to live in me, the pure souls to come live in me and help guide me every day. Don't let me get on the wrong path. Like the article say, I don't want to get on the wrong path. I don't want to do me no more. I've been doing me, and now I'm happy. I'm peaceful. I'm able to focus. They're still manifesting beautiful things in my life because I have you. We're growing. We're going to come up over this oppression. We got gods in our life. We're going to fix our heart. We're going to change our mind. And we're going to grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world, people. It's some changes getting ready to happen. It really is. You may not see it, but I do. I got the vision. It's some changes getting ready to happen. Everybody in the world is looking at the United States. We have never been elevated on the world stage as we are now. Nobody has ever rose up to attack our Capitol building. The Capitol building. That was a planned, premeditated attack. So, but some things are getting ready to happen because see here, like I told you, when it was going down, every single person who breached that building is going to federal prison. Anyone who incited that is going to federal prison. You are not going to rise up against the United States and get away with it. Nobody ever has. Nobody ever, and get away with it. No, you're not going to get away with it. I don't care if you here, there, wherever you at. Because see, God has a plan. God already had a plan. And God gave me the vision of what's getting ready to happen. Some changes getting ready to happen, and some changes getting ready to happen all over the world. This incident right here has opened some eyes about racism, about injustice, about inequality. You look at the two scenes. You just got to look at it. The two scenes. Of the different times at the Capitol. You have to look at it. How can you not look at that and come away with some type of change and some type of reform? And it is, especially now since the hate has came directly to the lawmakers who can make a difference. They are already working. I told you, it's some stuff already happening. You don't have to worry about anybody except you. Fix You don't have to worry about anything that's going on with this chaos, negativity, and drama. See, because you've already disconnected yourself from the equation. All you got to do is continue on your spiritual walk with God, because this is exactly what it is. It's a spiritual walk with God. What we're doing is incorporating what was going on in Africa before colonization. I don't care what the history books say, because look, I have been in touch with the other side, honey, and I know I've been directed where to go, where to look, what to see, and I know the truth. So the history books are going to benefit those who wrote them. You need to learn some true African history from beyond the time when your ancestors got wherever you are. You need to look past, wherever you are, and that wherever in part of the world that you listening, France, Germany, UK, wherever you listening, learn your true history. I love you. No one is superior over you. Walk in your royalty, kings and queens. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world, baby. God bless you.